Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. This week
I'm going to do the Superior Superflex arms in the front end of the Patrol. So I bought these with tax money this year, and we're going to chuck them in the Patrol and see what she goes like. So here's a bit of a run through with me putting. Alright guys, to start off with, I'm going to just go through and loosen off all the bolts that need to be undone. Just crack them all so they're ready to go. And then we've got to put a stand under the pinion to keep the pinion angle. We've got to chock the front wheels, and we've got to use the jack on the gearbox mount because we've got to loosen and drop that to get the drop box. So we'll get into it.
A red Superior sticker this time.
Yeehaw!
So we got 3 boxes. Inside box number 1. Second box should be the Hypred drop boxes. Some plates. Stubby cooler. What do we got on this one? Hilux. I ain't got a Hilux. Ah well. Some bracketry. A bush. Some bolts. In the third box. Ooh. Another arm. Whew.
So as we said before, I'm just going to go through and crack all the bolts just to loosen them off a little bit, and then it'll be easier when we come through to undoing them all.
We've got to take this tie rod off as well, because it's right in the way. So it's got a split pin in it. So you just got to straighten it up. So just loosen the nut down so it's just past all the threads, and then you can give it a good tap underneath. Try and pop it loose. Until she pops. It says in the instructions to remove this completely, but I think if we undo one side, we could spin it all the way around to the other side out of the way. That would be in the way of me on the ground, but you get that. Another bolt here for the radius arm. That's incorrect. That's the front radius arm bolt cracked, not undone, just cracked. So they're a little bit loose. Rear one, tie rod is removed. It's sitting down here on the ground at the moment. And back here we got to loosen that fella in there. The old adjustable spanner in there. Can't quite get the socket on it. We'll see. See if we can crack it with this. So, this fella here is being real stubborn. I can't get him with the socket because it's just not deep enough to get over it. So, and the shifter is not doing it either. She's a bit stubborn. She's a bit too tight. So I rang Scrubby, and Scrubby reckons he might have a 24mm deep socket, so he's going to drop that back. Until then, I'm going to drop this gearbox cross member, and I'm going to work on the other side, see if I can't get it in. That one's out. Check him on the ground here so we don't lose him in the front. We'll whip him off, and yes, I should have probably brought the little Makita rattle gun with me and would be a lot quicker, but I couldn't be bothered climbing back out there now. You can see how worn out my bushes are, eh? Might be a sign that they're cactus. Push him up, drop him out, and drop the arm down. And that's how cactus they are. So both bushes are pretty worn and cactus. Alright, as you can see, we've loosened that off and dropped it down, the gearbox cross member. Now we've got to take this bolt out. So this must be a 21, is it? Yeah, 21. And I forgot the spanner. And watch the dirt come out. And then once that's out of the way, you won't have that unless you've built sliders like mine that bolt into there. You get your 24 back up in there and undo that one. And there it is, bolt off the back of the radius arm. Doesn't want to come out, does he? And there she is. Alright, so we got that all cleaned out. We'll stick this up in here. Goes up a little something like that. And then we can tighten them up. I'll just give them a little bit for now. See if we can get this bolt in up the top here. Doesn't seem to be lining up. It's going to go up a little bit, so we might just grab the little bottle jack and just jack this up a little. See if we can't lift that up a little. So it was a bit tight in there, it just didn't quite line up. So I've used the nut and bolt to pull the washer in on the back, and it's not super tight yet. Tighten him up a bit more later. Let's see if we can get these in. She seems fairly tight. And that is the drop boxes installed. So can you do the Superior Superflex arms at home on the ground in your shed while it's drizzling rain outside? You definitely can, but it'll be a lot easier on a hoist. I mean, a lot easier. But this is what we got to work with, so let's get into it. So let's try and get this big heavy sucker of an arm in over the jack handle. And just make sure your bolt goes from the outside to in. Don't forget your washer on the lock nut. Just going to do them up finger tight for now. There's a bit of movement there. And we'll move on to the front end. So we got the plate and the spacer here. Our arm's sitting on the ground. And I think we'll put this plate and spacers on first, and then we'll push the arm up into place. Alright, let's get this plate and spacer in. Push in the middle. Line it up, push it right through. Lay it on there, and we'll chuck a nut. Chuck a nut on there. Interesting fact, out of your 3 bolts, one of them is a tad smaller. And it works out to be not the top bolt up here, but the middle one. Needs a little bit of a push. And
she's through, but we've gone too far. So we've got to get the plate up in there as well. So let's back it off a little. Oh, that was smart. Take this front one off. Put the nut up in there. Nut finger tight. That one back over the front of there. With a bit of... It's close. Switching back a little. She's on. All loose, but it's on. Oh, we're waiting for Scrubby. We'll just undo these as well. Just take him out. Scrubby has dropped us off. The big girl. 24mm. Nice deep fella. Let's see if we can break this. Well, that one was definitely tight. Got him. Take the front one off. Just thinking, I haven't done a jack under the pinion angle, so let's do that. Oh yeah, if you're wondering, with my bottle jack, I've just got the standard Nissan bottle jack. I've just got it going to my drill. If you just open your drill up and put it on there, it works great. Let's see if we can go a bit higher. That was our problem. Oh, yep. Just slipped straight out. Like I bought one. You survived. Look at that bush. It is cactus. Here she pops. And here she comes. So installing the drop boxes is pretty much the same as the other side, so I'm not going to bother showing you that. They are in, and now we'll put in the other arm, which is pretty much just a straight radius arm. So I'm probably going to power through most of this because it's literally 3 bolts. So we got to make some more room, because we're going to spin this fella all the way around here so we can get it up. Just wasn't going up in that area. We'll try again. Pretty good. There she is, all in. Now we'll just take all the jacks out. So she's weighted, got weight all over it, and we'll tighten everything up.
I've been dreaming on in my head like I've seen it. A life worth living is a life with meaning. I'll do what I love till my heart stops beating. I'm feeding this demon. got a taste, can't erase bitterness in my face. Work a job every day till your dreams fade away. Like a card, never change, play the game that we say. I need a break.
And that, friends, is how I installed the Superior Superflex hybrid arms. I haven't had that much of a chance to test them out in the bush as it's been really wet up here and I've been busy with some work. But hopefully this weekend or during the week next week we'll get out and give them a whirl in the bush. Anyway guys, thanks heaps for watching. Hope you enjoyed and we'll catch you on the next one.
Time, staying strong, need